We are gathered here today to talk about the Instant Pot. For anyone who's new here, my name is Skyler Bouchard. I am a home cook, I am a TV host, and I actually work with Amazon Live to cook with different products. I was cooking with the Instant Pot this week, and it was my first time using it, and I was really impressed. Before I dive into my really easy lemony garlicky chicken, I want to talk to you about what the Instant Pot is and how it works, because I think so many people look at this thing and they're like, I guess the question would be, what is an Instant Pot, right? We all think, oh, it's this magic pot, it makes things in an instant, but like, what does it do? And then I found out this is a pressure cooker. It's a multi-use pressure cooker. There are some other functions. So there is a saute function. You can use it to caramelize food, similar to a stovetop, but you do it all in the insert, which is this pot. So this pot is the insert. And then at the bottom, actually this is a great anatomy. See that little silver thing? That's a heat conductor. And the insert goes in here. The heat conductor helps the pot really heat up. Now, how does a pressure cooker work? Basically, a pressure cooker cooks through steam pressure. Now, that basically means you're adding a liquid into the pot, you're sealing the top, and the heat is causing a pressure with that liquid that is now steaming to build. And the pressure gets higher and higher and higher, and it essentially forces the food to cook faster. And it cooks in a fraction of the time. For instance, I'm making shredded chicken today with frozen chicken breasts, and it's taking me about 25 minutes. Now, shredded chicken is a slow cooking recipe, and it usually takes hours of sitting on the stove. The reason it works really well in here is because the pressure almost forces the meat to absorb more liquid. It's like, where else is it gonna go? It's gonna go in the food. And that's how it works, and that's why pressure cookers are really cool. In my opinion, I would much rather use a pressure cooker than a microwave, because when I think about it, steam pressure, two things that naturally occur in the atmosphere, in the environment, sound way more appealing than electromagnetic radiation. The thing about pressure cookers is it's like its own language. It's a new style, a new technique, and it does take some adjusting. So if you aren't really gonna use this a lot, or you don't wanna put the time in to understand the product, this isn't for you. When you buy it, it also comes with cooking timetables with images of certain foods, how long to cook them, and this is at high pressure. The other side is French, so I'm just looking at it and not knowing what it says. And it has everything from asparagus to whole fish to pinto beans to lobster, mussels. Like, you can do a lot in here, and I think this is really helpful. In terms of what it comes with this thing. I think this is to measure the liquid you're putting in. It also comes with a rack. I at first was like, why would I use this? But now I understand. So when you're pressure cooking certain foods, you don't want some of them to come in contact directly with the water at the bottom. So this is basically so the food is above the water, so it's still being pressure cooked without being boiled per se. But when you're thinking about steamed foods, I don't want you to think the only things you can get in here are bland and sad. That is not the case. Because you have that saute function, which, mind you, there's not much space in here, but it is possible. But because you have that function, you're able to brown and caramelize food before you put them into the pressure cooker to then tenderize internally. It's really cool. I think it's so cool. Okay, I know we've all been waiting and waiting and waiting. So on that note, let's make this shredded chicken. We're gonna start with the saute function. It's harder to control than your stovetop, but the point of this video is to use the pot. I don't want to use my stove, so we're gonna use the pot. Let's turn on the saute. Let me see here. Okay, saute. Oops, cancel. Oh, it's been warm for so long. Saute, and I'm just going to, so it's on saute now, it's gonna beep. Wait for it. There it goes. So when it beeps, we know it's starting. That's gonna heat up. I'm gonna get my ingredients. Come with me to the pot. The one issue I have with this saute function, well, the lack of control, but also the oil goes around the edges and it's not an even sear. So you have to really, truly saute. You can't just let something sear in here. All right, so we're gonna add our onion. Look at that sizzle. Let's just take it out of this bowl. Okay, I'm gonna just mix this up until it's a little softened, hopefully a little caramelized just for flavor. But I really don't like how that oil is just all on the sides. So I definitely added a little too much oil here, but I don't care. It is getting golden brown. Oil's not gonna kill us, we'll be fine. So let's add our garlic. We got 4 cloves of garlic that I crushed with the back of my knife. And let's just continue to let this cook for another, I would say like 2 minutes. All right, it's been about a minute. This is looking good, a little, you see this is so unevenly cooked though because all the oil pools in the corners. Oh well, so I'm gonna add the stock. There we go. Stock plus wine. And I'm also gonna add the juice of a lemon. Pop it in there. Going to give it a little mixeroonie. And let's, oh, salt, I forgot. A little bit of salt. All right, mix it up. I'm gonna taste it. Oh, yum. That is honestly delicious. All right, so our next step, we're gonna add our frozen chicken, just right from the pack. I put my frozen chicken right in the liquid. One of these chicken breasts, I think it's 2 chicken breasts stuck together. Screw it, you just pop it in. But the saute function is on and it's still boiling. But we need to pressure cook it. Let's lock the lid in place. This is where all the magic happens. You see this is already steaming. Lock it. You hear that very satisfying sound. There's this little valve thing. You're gonna wanna make sure it is on the sealing side. It's pointed towards the ceiling, not venting. I'll show you at the end what happens when we vent. I'm gonna come around, hi, it's me. And I'm gonna click poultry. Oh, cancel what I'm already doing. Hey, I'm gonna click poultry. I'm gonna up it, since these are frozen and pretty big, to 25. And it'll go. It'll beep. I'm telling you. It's gonna beep. All right, and I will see you in 25 minutes. This is gonna be so perfect. We're just gonna shred our chicken with 2 forks. And oh yeah, you ready to see the release? Oh! Oh! So just move it to vent. I mean, you're supposed to let it like naturally release, but I'm impatient. Let all of it out. All right, so it's gonna stay locked until it's safe for you to open the Instant Pot. So if you don't wear makeup, it really makes a great garlicky facial. Just opens up those pores. Oh my God, you guys, this smells so good. You ready? It's ready. Oh yeah, okay, let's check this out. I think these are definitely cooked. Let's just double check internal temp really quickly. The internal temp of the chicken breast should be at least 165. We have surpassed that. Woo! Okay, I'm gonna take you back to the pot so you can see. It looks so underwhelming and ugly, but I promise you the flavor here is unbeatable. It's just not cute, but let's shred it apart. Do you see this will shred pretty easily? Continue to shred with 2 forks until it's as finely shredded or as coarse as you would like. I like to make sure this is going to continue to soak up flavor, so I leave it in here for about 10 minutes and I just cover it. But this is done. Plate it however you want. I'm just gonna add some lemon slices, some fresh parsley, some freshly cracked black pepper. Yeah! It's cute, right? And you can just store it with some plastic wrap. Just make sure it's all covered. You don't want the air getting to the food. You don't want it to oxidize. You want this to stay as fresh as possible. You can keep it in the fridge for up to 4 days, but we usually eat it before then. I hope you enjoy this lemony garlic shredded chicken, whether you're making it with a pressure cooker, with a slow cooker, or just on your stove in a pot, you can do it. There's really no issue if you want to try one method over the other. The only difference is the time. Pressure cooker is the fastest way and it's gonna yield really, really juicy shredded chicken. Same with slow cooking because it has time to soak in that flavor. My final thought is that the Instant Pot is great. I think it's such a great way for people to cook if they don't have a fully equipped kitchen, even if you're in a kitchenette or a dorm, if they let you have pressure cookers in dorms. I just think it's a really great way to bring high quality cooking to any kind of kitchen. Or if you're looking for a more well-rounded device, I suggest you look at the Ninja Foodie because it's also an air fryer, so you get all the pressure cooker, slow cooker, saute, and air frying, so you can roast as well, all in one. I like that a little more, but I will say this has a cult following, so you know, it's really great. No complaints here. Let me know if you guys get an Instant Pot or if you have any questions, concerns, comments, just let me know down below. You can follow me on Instagram at Dining with Skyler, and you can get this written recipe and many more on withskyler.com. I'll see you later.